Hey, what's going on, LFATV? This is your boy Luis, and as always, thanks for tuning in to another episode. Trucking along in the build here. As you guys can see, I have my coils off. They're actually on the table, and that's because I was removing the plugs and I was de-pinning everything out. So I am going to be running all brand new wires, crimps, and seals for these plugs. And this was kind of a cheaper alternative than just buying all brand new ones, because these were free at the junkyard and they're in great condition. But yeah, if you ever want to know how to pop these off, you basically grab something sharp like one of those little tools, and then you pry that out, and then you'll have access to the little pins in here, and then you just pry them up and then pull the wire. Boom, they come out. So I am going to be attempting to do something today, and that is to make my own bracket for the ZZ coils. And I know, yes, you could buy them. People sell them like Dominic Fornari, FornariRacing.com, or Fornari Racing and SR-FAB here in Arizona. But as always, I like to attempt my own stuff, just, you know, budget reasons. But I have this cardboard in which I could map out and basically draw out and then put it up on top. And the great thing about it is that I have an extra head, if you guys remember my old head, but I have it right here. So basically it'll be a lot easier to kind of map out and see where the holes go. And once I have this perfectly mapped out, I'm going to attempt to basically go to Ace, grab a sheet of aluminum or a sheet of metal or whatever the case might be, as long as it's long enough for the whole head, and then cut it out and drill the holes once it's all perfect. The thing is that it should replace the valve cover holes right here, and that will actually hold it down and also push down on the valve covers on this side. Yeah, and then I will be able to kind of map out the hole for the ZZ coils. And then yeah, I'm just recording this. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do it, but I'm just gonna record the process and if it's even possible to do it on my own. So yeah, let's get to drawing and stuff. Alright guys, so this is what I got so far. Basically I found a long enough piece of cardboard that I was gonna be able to cut a piece of cardboard out. Basically that's the same length as the head. I measured between the head, basically between that groove and that groove, and that ended up equaling up to 2.5 inches. So I'm not measuring this distance to this distance, I'm measuring from the inner lip to the other inner lip of the valve cover, because it's gonna sit right here on top. So that was 2.5 inches. I measured it all along. So once I got that, and I was able to figure out that it was gonna sit basically like that. Of course it's cut kind of ugly, but I got that to work. Then since I have the head over here on the outside, it would be a lot easier if you have a head on the outside, but it's basically going to use 6 bolts in where the mounting points are going to be. So basically after that, all I did was kind of line it up right in the middle, and then all I did was basically grabbed a screwdriver and kind of eyeballed it directly on top of where the holes were going to be, and then kind of punched it in, and that's basically lining up to each and every single one of those holes. So we got that set on that. The next thing would be to kind of map out where the holes for the coils are going to be at. The best thing would be to take out, you know, this metal cover right here, and to basically line it up with the holes and then cut everything out. Now the most accurate thing would be to take this off, right? So I didn't have one of these basically L tools right here. So I basically just grabbed a long bolt that's a 14 millimeter, and then I stuck 2 nuts at the end. So then I basically set it in right here, and then with the wrench kind of spin the bottom one and then kind of take it out like that. So I was able to take those out that way. So yeah, I'm gonna continue to take the rest of them out and then go from there. Alright guys, so now that we have that metal piece out, we're able to kind of lay it down on the board and then draw some basically holes for the coils to be a lot more accurate. So yeah, that's the best we're gonna do. Guys, so I grabbed one of them thingamabobbers. I don't know exactly what those are called, but you guys know what they are. So then after mapping that out, I kind of made some holes. Now I didn't go all the way to the circle just because the ZZ coils are actually a lot smaller than the hole of the basically coil. So I have that mapped out. I removed any excess material, that way nothing falls in there. But regardless, I have my spark plugs in there just to, you know, cover anything up. And later on I'll just vacuum anything that needs to be. But just trying it out, got that in there like that. Now let's try it with the ZZ coils. Alright guys, there you have it. It's not too shabby. I did map out the holes for the mounting points for the ZZ coils, and then I basically marked the rest of them down right there. I messed up on that one, but basically right there, right there, right there, and right there, right there. So then I'm gonna take it off and then map that out. Now it's a matter of just going to Ace and finding sheet metal that's kind of long enough. And one thing that I do gotta do is basically look at the, oh Jesus. One thing that I do gotta do is basically measure the distance of how long the bolts I am gonna need. I'm thinking of, in the sheet metal that I will have, I'm gonna thread that part right there to a 10 millimeter bolt, and then so I don't have to use a nut or anything to take these off. It could just be a bolt that's kind of goes down, and then between that have some kind of long washer in which the 10 millimeter bolt is gonna fit. And then so it looks like I'm gonna need like a 2-inch bolt, 2.5, we'll probably make a 2.5-inch bolt. And then I'm gonna need about I want to say a 1-inch washer that's thin enough. I don't know, we'll go to Ace and try to figure out what the heck I get, but we'll figure that out once we get over there. So but so far so good, guys. Alright guys, we just got back from Ace and I found this aluminum sheet. This is basically the thickest that I could find. Hopefully I could thread it. I don't know how it's gonna work out, it being not as thick as I would wanted it to be. But this was 25 bucks. The great thing about this is that I can make about 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. So, you know, that's gonna basically pay for itself. And then I got the hardware that I needed. I got the 1-inch spacers that are gonna go between the coil and the bracket, and then the 2-inch, or I believe 2.5-inch metric 10 millimeter bolts that are gonna basically tie them down. So now it's a matter of you know, tracing and getting it to work. We'll see how it goes. There you have it, guys. Cut up 2 inches, pretty much all the way. So now I'm just gonna grab some sandpaper and just kind of go over the sides. I could have done it with the grinder, but some parts still stay a little sharp. So just let's do that. Alright folks, there you have it. Got it all drilled out. Just used some drill bits. And then I got the big I don't know what these are called. But yeah, I got that. And then I made the holes. And I went ahead and kind of test fit it. So I threw this bad boy on here. Like that. Basically, and then grabbed a couple of coils and then dropped it in. Bam. Grab another one. Know what I'm saying? Drop it in like bam. So yeah, so far so good. Got it going right there. And I'm gonna go ahead and give that a coat of semi-gloss black, and then mount it up. Well, just to give you guys an idea, this is basically how they're gonna fit. Tie down like that. It looks like the front here I am gonna have to use a little bigger spacer, because this one just kinda is too loose. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get a bigger one. And then yeah, that's basically it, guys. So that's how the bracket came out. Not too bad, huh? For something that you could make at home, basically. But that's pretty much it, guys. What do you guys think? Good outcome? Bad outcome? I also did wrinkle black on the bracket. So yeah. Yeah, I know I'm wearing something else. That's because I had to wait pretty much 24 hours for the bracket to dry up when I was doing the wrinkled black. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much how I made my own bracket for my ZZ coils. Other than just kind of the imperfections as far as the spacers go, it doesn't hurt to, you know, get different sizes, because sometimes depending on how the bracket sits, you know, like I said, the front one right here, that front one sits a little bit loose. So the only thing I'm gonna do is pretty much go get a bigger or a longer spacer. I believe that was 1 inch, and I'm gonna just go get like 1.5 inches, and then pretty much just play with it. It's kind of cool making something by yourself and for it to work out. So that's pretty cool. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys like it, if you guys like the idea of me showing you what I did, give it a thumbs up. If you guys are new to the channel, please consider subscribing and sharing it to the Supra community, or just sharing it in general. So we're moving along, guys. We're moving along. It's coming along pretty cool. But yeah guys, if you guys have any suggestions, any concerns, any comments, please comment down below and let me know. That's pretty much it for this video guys. On to the next one. Peace.